give it a second to set up. We're going to tag team this one.
And you can introduce yourselves.
Yep.
Yeah.
So while Scott's getting set up, my name is Patrick Koo. I'm a software engineer. I'll go this way. My name is, can you hear me? My name is Patrick Koo. I'm a software engineer. We are both from Pullstring Inc. It's coming up in, both from Pullstring Inc. And I work on the platform there. I have a background in feature animation, bridging the gap between artists and technology, which informs a lot of my work today. I work directly with the writers, with guys like Scott, and helping them support them as they use the platform. So I'm kind of like their personal therapist.
Hi, Scott Gans. I'm the head writer at Pullstring. I came to the company as a screenwriter from Los Angeles, no technical background whatsoever, which will become readily apparent shortly.
So we're going to super quick demo a bot that we built and discuss some of the creation process. So just going to give you some context. We developed a content authoring and speech AI platform, and with that platform, we've created a couple various slate of original experiences, and some including some with Mattel. So we're going to focus today on Humani Jesse's stories. I'm going to pass it over to Scott.
Okay, so Humani Jesse's story is very exciting. It is the first interactive fiction experience to take place on Facebook Messenger. I just want to give a quick shout out. This was written primarily by some writers at Pullstring, Dan Clay, Nick Pelzar, Danielle Frimmer, who's here to heckle me tonight. And I just wanted to sort of bring up the idea that as an entertainment experience, Jesse Humani is a character in a story. And the reason we did this, not just because it's good writing, but the fact that when you give one of these experiences a story, a character who has a want, something that's on their mind, something they need, it focuses the conversation. We can't write for everything anyone could ever possibly say. But the more you give a character something they want, a directionality, then you focus the conversation, you have a reason to react to some things, not all things. I think with that we should go to the demo. Yeah. So we're just going to talk to Jesse here. We start off with a nice little structured message. Pay no attention to the previous playthrough behind the curtain. I'm just going to start Jesse off.
Only on Facebook or any other?
This is Facebook.
Well,
it's
currently on Facebook and it's coming soon to other platforms.
So tried to give Jesse a bit of a sense of humor. So she says, not Jessica, so we'll say, hello, not Jessica, which she appreciated. She thinks I'm funny if no one else does. So here's what I'd say, right? So I'll say. So one of the things we tried to do is really spend a lot of time anticipating the different ways people could say things, different phrasings, really try to get beyond yes, no.
Is there an NLP framework that you're using, or a structured message?
Written our own, we have our own NLP layer, which I'll talk about in a little bit. So Scott's going to talk about the creative process, and I'll talk about the technical implementation.
And then, so here, she makes sure she'll answer different things you say. If she being a character who actually goes and does things in life. She's picking up her drink from the barista, so she's actually going to be gone for about 30 seconds. So I'll take this time to mention the fact that we just worked really hard crafting, using the NLP layer, but also human psychology, the thesaurus, just anything we could do to anticipate the various ways people could talk to this character, the things they would say. I'll show you something that's a little bit out of bounds in a sec, as soon as she gets back. Baristas, it's slow. But Jesse is, we made a character that was, very comfortable in the texting world, someone who was a natural fit for Facebook Messenger. Here, let's just do a, do you watch Game of Thrones? So she is a believer in the R plus L equals J theory, but anyway, that doesn't throw her off.
What if you curse?
What?
Cursing.
Oh, nope. Try that again. I think we got in between the messages there. Oh boy.
But you can also see that it's not acknowledging it. She didn't curse.
It's good.
Here's an interesting one. It says, you've got kids, I'll say the truth, a boy and a girl. And Jesse knows I have 2 children. So to get the rest of this, I would recommend you talk through it yourself, because the story goes into crazy directions from here, and we have real honest branching depending on decisions you make. So 2 people's interactions with Jesse will wind up being very different.
Cool. Cool. So I'm going to talk quickly about the technology stack that we use. So this whole experience was created on our platform called Fullstring, and you can see it's a collaborative effort between writers and engineers. And I think that's the unique thing about our platform, right? Is that it separates the content creation with the runtime implementation. So Humani was created in Fullstring Author, which is a desktop app by writers, and then it's supported it's supported on Messenger using a runtime API called
Hosting, we have a minute left.
Yeah, great. So Fullstring Author C++ libraries on top, and then with PyQ2 on top. It's hosted on, it's run on AWS with Go integration with backed by MySQL.
Any analytics tools?
And we have our own analytics tools, but our front-facing is Mixpanel. Yeah, so that's a quick rundown of
the language coded in the final bot, and what interpreted in what language is it?
It's actually a serialized format in Protobuf.
Okay, any questions from the audience?
So, quick question. I mean, can you just give us a sense? How big is the decision tree? How many people? How much effort did it take?
Well, it was 4 writers. As far as lines go, Danielle, how many lines have you?
About 3,500.
About 3,500 individual, what we call responses, effectively lines of dialogue. And that doesn't include all the hand-scripted inputs of various phrasings of things on which those lines hang.
And it's also not exactly a decision tree. You see that the authoring is in a tree format, but at runtime, it actually you can hop around from different trees, so it's not quite just a pure decision tree.
So like the Game of Thrones interjection was in a completely different tree, but it was such that it would match that and say, oh, I'm going to answer to this and go back to the tree that it was.
Here.
Do you have any metrics you can share about end user engagement?
So we're not currently sharing that, but we've already had about a couple 100,000 interactions.
Interaction is a user?
User inbound to the bot. Great.
Great. Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations. Congrats.